So, guys, I was going to make a little chit chat about my original song. I probably should have done it on the day, but I was feeling so terrible and so like just like sick and tired and everything else that I'm like, you know what? Let's just save it. Let's just save it and talk about it today, because after all, it did happen last week. So, original song. Who would have thought I would have been the one to release an original song? I think that's the last person people would have expected. Considering I am not musically inclined, I am by far not a singer, you know, it's never been my prime source of content. But it happened. It happened. I'm now the third member to release a original song, starting with Magni. I guess that fits, huh? I guess that fits, because, you know, Magni and I, we were always kind of on the same wavelength and things. We always tried stuff out in our own way. I think it's in its own way. I think it makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry. Haka came first. God, it's been too long. Haka came first, which makes sense. Haka came first, made 58 original songs, and then Magni, and now me. I hope you liked it. I guess the main takeaway is, like, you know, what does the song mean? Now, I think the song can take a lot of interpretation, actually. I know it's very simple, kind of lyrically, like it's not exactly extravagant, it's not exactly ambiguous, but I wanted, first of all, at the end of the day, Disney kind of villain, Hellfire, be prepared kind of aspect. And I wanted to take what I'm better at when it comes to singing, which is performance, because, you know, I am not trained, I am not taught as a singer, and I'm working on that. So for the next one, I would hope to have much more experience with vocals. But, you know, with this one, I'm just like, okay, well, let's just do like kind of a performance-based song. And it's like, you can kind of take it in many ways. You know, if you look at it like in a narrative kind of aspect, it's very much sort of a gallows song, you know, kind of a guy who kind of spread himself too thin, did too many things wrong, maybe pissed some of the wrong people off, and now this is it. They're going to fucking die. They're gonna just get killed here for all these little things he's done, whether it be their fault or not. You know, in the final hour with the chorus, it was always going to be misfortune by design. And I'm like, well, what if, like, it's a self-realization process, right? You know, like, with the chorus, it's like, just a switch of one letter can change the tone and atmosphere of something. So it kind of becomes like an empowering thing. It's like, oh wait, they're you know, are they going to be executed? And then suddenly at the end, it's like, now they're on the run. They escaped potentially. You know, don't go down without a fight. But it's almost like an empowering thing in a negative context, because, you know, all the wrongdoings and all the misfortune and all the bad luck and all the seeming, it's like, oh, why are these problems always popping up? And I can kind of apply this to myself. Well, I absolutely apply this to myself. It's sometimes you go, why is this always happening? What's the issue here? And sometimes you realize maybe it's just you. Maybe you know, it's not exactly uplifting. Maybe sometimes you are creating your own issues, and, you know, you need to put yourself in a better line of thinking and to be a bit more positive with your outlook, because it's like, you know, oh man, why is this always happening? Why? And then you kind of look at it, it's like, well, the constant in a lot of things is you. You are the one constant in your life, because you're always you. It's not the universe. It's not coincidence. Sometimes it's just you. And sometimes, you know, you gotta figure that out, you gotta realize it, and you gotta own it. There was a time where I was always, you know, very woe is me, oh, you know, blah blah blah, and then it's like, you know what, why do I have to make it like this supernatural kind of way of thinking, and just kind of own up and be like, you know, I can control a lot of parts of my life, so we gotta go from there. Because after the realization comes recovery, and also comes understanding and everything else. So, you know, at face value, the lyrics are very simplistic, maybe a bit juvenile, but I think there is a lot of meaning to it. That I don't need to write some kind of Bohemian Rhapsody or some shit. You know, it's just, in a lot of ways, it does have its weight. But that's kind of it. I don't have a whole lot to say other than, you know, we took something from a long time ago, we molded it and kind of made it our own, and bing bang boom, original song. I never thought in my life I would be a part of music. You know, I used to be very embarrassed to even express myself musically. Even 2 years, 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, it was something that I very much kept away from myself and never really opened up to because I was always embarrassed. But I think what I still need to figure out a little bit more is it's all about fun. Just about having fun. You don't need to be the best out there. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to, if one person likes it, I think that's in of itself is an achievement. So it's up and away from here. I'm still going to get those lessons and hopefully start cooking up another song. Maybe not for a while, but the better I get, the more confidence I will, achieve, and I want to use it. I'd want to use what I acquire from those things and put it towards something. So that's that. That's the song. I'm glad you guys liked it. Everybody at Impulse was very kind. They made sure to tell me face to face that they liked it. I'm my own worst critic. I can't listen to a fucking thing I do, but hearing other people say it really does really put it into a perspective. So I do appreciate it. It's turned into a very serious conversation. I guess it's a serious theme. Creative processes are certainly something, and I get to say it all when it sounds like I'm plugging my nose with my hand.